with the government coming up with some shrewd way of curtailing funding jam NUP with through iPod ngezako kuzimiriza ensimbi teziriwo NRM bwolaba ensimbi zegenda okozesa mu campaigns NUP terina nsimbi ezo ate ng'ezeetaaga. What are you going to do?
Omwagala w'abandi Kyagulanyi Robert Ssentambo yalayirira ebyobufuzi ekimu ku bantu kye bali sure nti tetusobola kukola national campaign. Naye campaign ate gye twakola tewaliwo presidential candidate yali agikoze.
NUP is under the process of selecting folks who are going to have the flag of the party. Should we expect some surprises?
Not in the Electoral Commission, but I also want to see certain. I'll be surprised if I see certain things, and I don't want to say there will be surprises, but I know one thing, that you will have incumbents out. I'm certain about that. You'll have new members in. I'm coming in for the first time, so it's going to be interesting.
How about the conversations of opposition union, a coalition of some sort? People have said, Ugandans are united. Why don't you folks come together to endorse one candidate?
The country has one candidate already. The people have decided already.
Yeah.
It's about the leaders not blackmailing the candidate in what they want to achieve.
Former leader of opposition, Mathias Nkuga, said it is nonsensical. And of recent, it was posted on NBS where he said that when he raised that point, arguments that were pulling down his argument were rather stupid and stuff like that. Do you think we need to have reforms?
Is his party going to agitate for political reforms rather than an election? Or it is now preparing for an election? So sometimes dense people get platform and they sound bright. But when you interrogate them, they're really very dense.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
Very glad to be here on Mordecai Marissa TV.
And yes, indeed, presenting to you from these United States of America. Ogamba oti okansubira nti oli bulungi nze Mordecai Marissa. Nze omuteeketeeke, nze omuggalatiya, ate era nze ow'ekitiibwa. Absolutely. Gemannya gange nayongeddeko erinnya eppya ndowooza mwenna mulimanyi olw'okuba nti natuuziddwa mu ngeri ey'ekitiibwa nennyanirizibwa e Boston. Neyongeddeko erinnya eppya baliyita VVIP, very very important person. Olw'okuba natuuse e Boston ate bandabye bantuuziza amabega kyokka nga ndi VVIP. Ne Katikkiro w'e Boston n'agamba nange bandeetedde kapapula nadde sikulabye nadde simanyi nti wooli. Ngamba bannange ng'onkubye nnyo. Nze VVIP tewawadde tumanyi siriiwo. Bale mugamba muteeka nsubire ebitambula bulungi eyo yonna gye muwangalira ayita mu kusomoozebwa tukusaasira nga tugamba buli kimu kijja kuba bulungi, amaaso gakuumire ku kiruubirirwa ate weekubagize nga bw'otambula okugenda mu maaso. Gwafunye obuwanguzi tukuyozayoza nga tukugamba congratulations. You got a reason to celebrate. Obuwanguzi obututte waguma kyovudde ofuna empeera. Alright. Now, we twabadde in Massachusetts, Boston. I had conversation ne Bobby Wine, president, ne Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro. Amazing time. N'abalala bojja kubalaba waneeno, making sure tuva ku mukutu. Nanyumizaamu ne Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro ne mbuzeebuuzeemu ku bisinga okubeera nga bibuuzibwa abantu. Tusuubire surprises mu zino enteekateeka ez'okuwa abanaakwatira NUP bendera, flag oba ticket. N'agamba nkubuulireko, Lindira surprises abamu kuba incumbents oyinza okumaliriza nga tobalabyeko nga bakomawo. Tayogera kubali bakazi bwe Bashiri Mbaziira abatalaga nga bwe bandyagadde okwesimbawo. No. Ayogera kwabo abamu ku bo nga basabye n'okubeera nga baddizibwa card. Ani gw'olowooza gw'agamba muwandiikawo mu comment section. Nze ndowooza Waiswa agamba tebagenda kugimuwa kyokka nga incumbent. Write down in the comment section. Then nambuze ekibuuzo ku owekitiibwa Mathias Mpuuga gyevudde ku NBS yagamba nti bwe yaleeta enteekateeka ez'okulanga bakola electoral reforms, ennongoosereza mu byokulonda mbu baamulengeza n'abaali banukula baayogeranga bya kisiru. I'm going to make a separate video nga ndaga Mathias Mpuuga bw'avuma then n'engeri gy'asabamu ekitiibwa. Respect is earned. It's not, nsaba ompa ekitiibwa. You don't demand. No. So yavuma. Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro yayanukudde. Then ne mubuuza ku butebe beeteeseteese okubeera nga baanukula ku bantu abagenda okuttibwa kubanga kigenda kutuukawo. It's so sad nti ekyo kirina nnomo n'okubyogera mpulira nga njagala kwetemako mu mwogo byogedde nti manyi abantu bagenda kuttibwa nga tebalina musango just kuvuganya Mwami Museveni oba kumuwakanya. So ayanukula kikweyembera kubanga abantu basinga kunenya Bobi Wine ne NUP. Muttisa abaana b'abantu so oli abatta. Kitugala nti abantu bangi ku bo baawandika ne bagamba tutte tuli bantu bo tutte nga bw'oyagala. Katunenyoona atugambe tulina eddembe okugamba toteekeddwa kututta. Make that make sense. So abyanukula bino byonna. Then waliwo gwe nalabyabuuza mu comment section Mulisa Bereliwa. Bere nagyerabidde Massachusetts. I'll get another Bere one of these days. I'm going to make sure that I get one. Anyways, kati akaseera katuuse ak'okulaba emboozi eno. Making sure to subscribe ku mukutu. Mission yaffe yakulaba nga tuweza abantu 2,000 ng'omwezi guno tegunnaba kubeera nga guggwako. Tuli mu 1,600 ndowooza mu 600. Okay, let's do it to make sure tuweza abantu 2,000 before the end of this month. I think we can do it, can we? Should we or shall we? It's now time, ladies and gentlemen, to listen to the one and only, the incredible, unbloggable, the indisputable champion, Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro, the Deputy Spokesperson of the National Unity Platform. I appreciate you for watching. Here you go.
And yes, indeed, from Massachusetts, in these United States of America, Ogambo tell you, kansubirento libulungi nkwebaza ina gy'owangalira. Ladies and gentlemen, a man that needs no introduction, Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very great. It's from your channel that I see when you tell us the time. What's the time now? East African time.
I don't know East African time, but it's 3:28 here in the USA.
3:28 in the USA.
Yes.
Amina Mukama akyatusaaside kubanga yatuwa obuvunaanyizibwa okutuukiriza obuweereza bw'okwenunula. I take it as a blessing and a favor from God that we're playing whatever roles we're playing.
Yes. Twolekera 226. Protest vote. Munna Uganda asubire kyagamba nti twalina attitude mu 2021. Kyekyenjawulo ku luno.
Ekyenjawulo nti tuli bavumu, tukuze,
Yep.
tufunye obumalirivu era tulinamu enjawulo. We are more determined. We have had more time. Luli twagenda mu 2021 nga tukkiririza mu kyekimu nze naawe Mudukaye.
Yes.
Ne tetwafunako budde kwongerako tafaali as a team.
Yes.
Kati enjegere zaali ziri ewala zeegasse. Tutambula wamu. Tubadde n'obudde okuinteractinga. Twagenda mu kalulu ka 2021 nga sijjangako wano mu America.
Yes.
Today I have been here more than 4 times. Tugenda okugenda mu kalulu nga tubuilding the capacity and synergies from different angles okusobola okulaba nti to creating the velocity we need to topple the dictatorship. So it has been hard work, and I believe this hard work, this momentum, this build up is what is going to create a difference in the 2026 protest vote.
What we saw last time was the abduction, the torturing, killing of people on the streets of Kampala n'okweto Gwanga.
Yeah.
Don't you think this killed people's morale? And
I
courage?
can even tell you it's going to go ahead and happen because the momentum is better than what happened then. But we are the generation that has decided to jump whatever comes our way and focus on the revolution. We will jump dead bodies. We will jump abductions. We will jump blackmail. We will jump whatever machinations are being done by the state. Our focus, our formidability is on liberating the people of Uganda. And that is what we will do exactly, no matter the challenges that come our way. So the abductions happen because the people abducting are timid. They don't have ground normal. They can only create apathy. They can only create fear in our people. such that our people are not galvanized in building the momentum that they need to build. But we are also telling our people, this is your opportunity to be cohesive, to be united for the cause of liberating Uganda, not for leaders who want to take positions, but for the cause of liberating Uganda. Because in such a political environment, it is very dicey that leaders who want to use these processes to always be available for leadership kind of create an analogy that they must be involved only for their own satisfaction. So yes, that happened the other time. It derailed us the other time, but we are more formidable, we're more pronounced, and we will charge towards liberating the country.
Yeah, tumanyi ekyatuukawo Luganda Lungereza tukesa wano with the government coming up with some shrewd way okukataininga funding ejjamu NUP with through iPod egezaako okuzimiriza ensimbi teziriiwo NRM bw'olaba ensimbi zegenda okukozesa mu campaigns NUP terina nsimbi ezo ate ng'ezeetaaga. What are you going to do?
Omwagala w'abangi Kyagulanyi Robert Ssentambo yali ayingira ebyobufuzi ekimu ku bantu kye bali sure nti tetusobola kukola the national campaign. Naye campaign ate gye twakola tewaliiwo presidential candidate yali agikoze. We were being hounded by bombs. Our candidate was in bulletproof vests. We were literally run down by the military. But we were formidable. He was resilient. He remained visionary and steadfast, and that's the results we got, despite us not being declared. But we won in those circumstances. And in these circumstances, we believe that there's nothing new that will happen to us. That didn't happen the other time, but we are also willing to face whatever comes in a different kind of fora and different type of style. We are charged with making sure that no matter the machinations of the state, we remain focused to that ultimate goal.
Abantu bongedde ne bagamba nti despite of the influence we see of the NUP, it is still a political party that is deeply entrenched within cities and towns. Mbu temunaba kutuuka eyo mu byalo munda Siroko na Park na Kapiripirit amudat.
You see, the definition of urban and rural has been said that rural is acclimatized to bad leadership and urban is in a descent of bad leadership. But everything starts in the urban centers. That's where exposure begins. That is where knowledge begins. That is where the whole fulcrum of what people can do in societies begins from. That's the fulcrum of the charge reign of society. So the population is in urban areas, also not in rural areas. I want to make that with clarity. However, I want to tell the nation that in the last 5 years, we have formidably created structures that cut across the whole country. And these structures are helping us to create whatever we need to create as enshrined in our documented constitution. So it is not true. We have support all over the country. There is nowhere we have been isolated by the president. The president has not been isolated in any region by the population. Actually, it is the state that foils his magnanimity at every chance of opportunity that he desires to come out and do the same.
As the NUP is getting ready to announce people who are going to be given the party tickets, majorly on members of parliament, many are afraid that Museveni might find his way of maneuvering through and make NUP choose some of the people, just like it happened last time. NUP didn't intend to, but there are some folks who are just hiding, identifying as people power members, yet they're not.
You see, it is also not something that you can easily take as the gospel truth, because we even have those we thought were formidable, but then they ended up selling out. I think it is more about the leaders understanding that this is for the people, this is not for them. This is not about them, this is about the people. And for them to understand that they are actually custodians of the power of the people. It is lent power, it is not their power. The challenge we have found is that there are those that have been given opportunity to serve on behalf of the people, and in their mindset they think it's about them. They have got it wrong because now they're not on the stage. So I don't think that all of them, and as I apologize, that we apologize to the nation, that we gave bad leadership to them, and probably that was their behavior. They had a bad leader But I thank God that Joel Senyonyi has been instrumental and monumental in changing things around. They learned from the wrong apple.
Now, let's talk about something. I heard you here. There's a man who said that is launching a scathing attack on you specifically and David Louis Lubongoya, none other than Kasivante Moses. Every time he comes out, the only thing he mentions is your tribe. He's never talked about your manifesto, what you're promising people. All of those chichicha again.
It's very funny. My team has asked me not to go into a fight with him.
Okay.
Specifically the president. He called me and told me, you know what, guy, you're so busy, you have a lot of work to do. Let the hood rats remain in the hood. But I want to tell you this.
Yeah.
There is a wrong philosophy with the dissenting Ugandans against the revolution. That I am one they can attack and have me condescend to the things I stand for. They believe that I'm among those around the president that should be isolated and weaken whatever we are doing. They forget that all of us are custodians of the power of the people, and it is that power of the people that we look up to, and we cannot be defeated when we have it. So some of them are living from facing the reality that I am where I am. I am bigger than what they assumed I should be. And I can tell you without fear or favor, I have been there for so many people as an individual, but I think in my life, Chagulanyi Robert Sentamu has been there for me. And I have stated that anybody who attacks him has attacked me. And once you attack him, you're calling out for me. I don't mind people sifaayo bantu kuva gye batadde buufu ne babutunuza nze. I mean, that's the job I do. The job I do is to protect the party from attacks and all other stuff. So when they attack me, I think I'm doing my job. It means I've done my job. So they are looking at me, and then the party is progressing. That's my job, to get into the way to all those who feel they cannot be put away or put out of the way. We put out the way those who are in the way. That's what we do. That's what I do. That's what I will do. Putting away people in the way who are on our way to liberating this country. So he has made it a preoccupation. It gives him more advantage. They get more likes talking about me. I think it gives him a better sleep talking about Waiswa. I spoke about him. What I spoke about was the truth. I helped him. I helped him. I helped him when he was in a dire situation, manly situation. So I think when he goes back to sleep, he thanks his heart, he thanks himself that I did something for him that was important. I don't think in that very ugly state, if I had let him go back home, it would be different today. So I don't mind them. I'm better than them. I'm bigger than them. They want to be like Alex. They need to talk about Alex. I don't have time for them. So, I mean, it's them. And it's me. It's my generational time. I don't mind them.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about...
they can't break me.
They
Not
cannot
at all.
break you. Yeah. Well, internal party politics. Now, NUP is under the process of selecting folks who are going to have the flag for the party. Should we expect some surprises?
I'm not in the electoral commission, but I also want to say certain. I'll be surprised if I see certain things, and I don't want to say there will be surprises, but I know one thing, that you will have incumbents out. I'm certain about that. You'll have new members in. I am coming in for the first time, so it's going to be interesting. I believe. I'm also looking forward to what the electoral management committee is doing, and we will come and unpack it to the country. But I expect, personally also, I expect surprises. There are people I don't expect on the list this time, notwithstanding some of them being members of parliament.
Wow. Okay, that's a new one. Okay, now,
but that's
you, of course, thinking that you expect.
There are those I see that you've seen.
Absolutely.
And I think the committee should not even take a lot of time on that.
Oh, I mean, Kaziwe Bashir Mbazira, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, he has no expression of interest. Let's not talk about
Absolutely. Okay. Now, when you talk about that, you know that if we have these surprises, some political parties are waiting on the door of NUP to grab one who is going to be denied, and then you know what's going to happen. They're going to be saying all these nasty things about the party. How are you prepared to handle those kind of situations? Because remember, during the Kawempe North by-elections, you had all these people swear that if we are defeated, we were not given a card, we're not running. They ended up running. The likes of former PA to Honorable Segirinya, the late may his soul rest in peace. Then you have that gentleman Kasibante. All of these people, how are you prepared to handle that situation?
I'll be very brutal when that time comes. To whoever wants to break the party, we will be tough, we will be brutal.
All right, tough and brutal. Then, in a broader perspective, how about the conversations of opposition unity, a coalition of some sort? People have said, Ugandans are united. Why don't you folks come together to endorse one candidate?
The country has one candidate already. The people have decided already.
Yeah.
It's about the leaders not blackmailing the candidate in what they want to achieve when he's running for president. There has been a lot of intellectual dishonesty with our leaders who always make it very impossible to work before elections. But when it comes to time of choosing their positions, they want to use the cover of coalition such that they continue being in their spaces. That I don't think is right for the politics. I don't think that is right for the revolution. I think that, the coalition is about removing Museveni. The coalition is not about placements and positions. And I think the conversation is started from the wrong end. The conversation begins with placing people in positions rather than focusing on a methodology and modus operandi of toppling the system. And that is where I have a difference. That is why they have chosen to think that I am against the coalition. I think there has been a lot of intellectual dishonesty in people who have been at the forefront of this struggle, using election time always an opportunity for them to have a favor, not to be challenged by others. And yet, even in the opposition, there must be democracy. I can tell you, in National Unity Platform, our members of parliament are competing with other members of parliament, other desiring members who want to be in parliament, and yet they are not. I have just told you that personally I expect surprises in the list that will be cleared by the executive board after it has been submitted, a list has been submitted by the electoral management committee. So we want to coaliate. You know, let me tell you something. When the election ended, it was our duty. The president personally wrote to all political parties desiring to have an interface. When we went to JEMA, it was an insult. They practically made it impossible for us to work with them. But then we had worked with them at the last tail of election. We have a scenario we need to discuss that NUP has not discussed. I think this, before we discuss going forward into coaliating with anybody, we must discuss it. We were given opportunity to coaliate with people even as we were moving in the election. You know that power was bought. But at the time when power was bought, the people who knew he was bought did not tell us that power had been bought by the system. They took us with power on the same table, brought Sebugwao on the same table, and yet these people were already on table on behalf of Genome 7. So the NUP and Kyagulanyi was put in a conundrum that in election time, his time was cheated by people who are already derailing him from becoming president. And those were leaders of the opposition. You know Joyce Sebugwao. She chaired the last meeting in that presidential campaign.
Unbelievable.
On how to secure our victory.
Wow.
And yet the leadership of the FDC knew that these people had been compromised by the state with huge sums of money, some having been driven to a certain party leader, close to 300 million shillings. When did they tell us that? Years after. So, we must, abaganda bagamba sekawo kakali kakulunwa. Kakati fe, tulivere tutya okwate subiri ya Uganda okulyambaza ebintu ebiyinza okuvaamu bwe bityo.
Wow. Now, that's a bombshell. Bombshell,
Yeah.
an amazing
Let me
explanation.
tell you.
Wow.
Abaana be basiba. Nga tukoze coalition ya fuwa firimbi kube ngombe kuba akasepiki. NUP bwe twatula ne bannaffe nga tuva ku Afrikana twakkaanya bikolebwe. Ddayo olabe kibiina kye kyavaayo ne kibikola. Baani abasimba ebitooke, baani abatasimba bitooke. So we have tried. That's why we are basing our facts on those, the people, but also on the leaders that we believe have the honesty to do the right thing, rather than the intellectual dishonest of remaining in their positions as the country serves with the dictatorship.
Wow. You and I have these caps and they have people power, our power as a slogan. One of my friends who is a big supporter of the president, Robert Chagulanyi Ssentamu, but at the same time a critique of his party, Hillary Taylor, has said that if the political party is entrenched and is built on the foundation of people, we should have primaries, not a selection of a group of a few people selecting.
Taylor is right.
Yep.
But he is not aware of the environment that we operate. You see, we are operating as a militia outfit, as described by the system. So they don't give us the leeway to operate freely and democratically. That is why we still have a lot of work to do. Let me tell you, just our constitution has not been passed. But do you know why? Because it has articles that talk about term limits, age limits, among others, on all positions of the National Unity Platform, not even of Uganda. But now the constitution of the National Unity Platform is looked at like the constitution of Uganda. That is why those who stole Uganda don't even want to pass a constitution of a political party because of its magnanimity. So the challenge that people must understand, just having the delegates conference, it was out of rubber-dubber style, but it was on its way to being stopped. In fact, the ruling of court was that the matter of stopping the delegates conference had been overtaken by events. That is why we are able now to progress. Otherwise, Chagulanyi would not even be here as president of National Unity Platform, because they were going to stop it through the court's process. You know, they can easily work it around their way. You know, the judge is Chinobe. Chinobe, the man I argued with on TV about legal issues. Now that's the man going to adjudicate against us. So we need to be up the game to understand what we are dealing with. That's why we try to use methodologies that will give us power, but also not allow infiltration by the state.
And it is very
But then the 60% is a determination by the people. The 40% is by the vetting system, where you're asked about the party, the quality of your character, what you stand for. But the most important thing people must understand, being anchored on the people power, is that we go back and get the 60 from the population.
Yeah, one of the politicians in Uganda has argued that it is rather nonsensical to go into an election without electoral reforms. Former leader of opposition, Matthias Mpuga, said it is nonsensical. And of recent, he was hosted on NBS, where he said that when he raised that point, arguments that were pulling down his argument were rather stupid and stuff like that. Do you think we need to have reforms?
So is his party going to agitate for political reforms rather than an election? Or it is now preparing for an election? So sometimes dense people get platform and they sound bright. But when you interrogate them, they are really very dense.
Okay, that's a quick one.
Because he's himself organizing for elections. Now, what does he say? The challenge is not reforms. And Mr. Mpuga is probably so underscored that he forgets what we have been doing over time. But there's what we call the Citizens Compact of Africana. That should inform him that these people are not looking at doing what is right. They picked only one reform, the reform of having a judge as head of the Electoral Commission, and they went for a cadre judge. So it's not the reforms, it's the character of those in power that we must look at. They do not want democracy. They are not agitators of human rights. They are looking around on their longevity in power, and therefore they only run around the laws to keep themselves in power even when it is illegal. I mean, we beat these people in the 2021 election without the reforms. Why would one be pessimistic and the prophet of doom that we cannot beat them now? When we beat them, he was his commissioner because we beat them. That's what gave him that position. He was low because we beat them. And secondly, first things first, the reasoning he brought up that was to cover up for the mess they had done in Parliament. I don't think he deserves the moral fiber to speak about reforms when he himself abused the law when they allocated themselves money of the taxpayers. So somebody who used the law to abuse the law and earn 500 million from the taxpayers' docket, then that person has no locus standi to speak about reforms because he himself needs reform.
Oh my God. Well, I should be letting you go, but before I do, NRM has over 300 members of parliament and the NUP has only 57. People have said it doesn't make any sense if we are going to compete against these people that have the numerical strength, that probably we should boycott or not even have members of parliament in there, or find ways of how we can probably come close to 100 and something or 200. What do you think?
Numbers matter, but also quality matters. As they speak about the numbers, NUP has the best quality. And for me, that is the first yardstick, the kind of people that we want to be the representation of us. We are going to produce more of that quality because we have now produced the capacity. Parliament is the third arm of government. This time round, every position, we are working day and night to see that they tussle it out and we get liberated as a people. Yeah, so we're not scared. We're going to find candidates.
On a personal note, I would like to tell you that I was awarded the most courageous personality of the year by the NUP Boston chapter. That award. I think in comparison with the folks in Uganda, I am pale. I don't even come close to this. So while you hold this, I want to let you know that this to me is for people like you that are sacrificing their lives every day. I'm in the USA. I speak from my comfort. No one is going to come and shoot me. But what would you do and what you say can get you killed at any moment. So thank you so much for the inspiration. That's on a personal note. I don't know what's going to happen to you.
I am very humbled.
I don't know what's going to happen to you.
And no matter what happens to me, I told the people, and I meant it. Certain statements, we make them. I told the people that my dead body, if anything happens to me, God forbid, is available for you also in the liberation struggle. I mean, if you're going to use me till the day I've done my last breath, so be it. I only want to be comfortable, lying wherever I will lie for eternity, when I know that my soul, my body, my all did whatever it had to do to topple the system for the betterment of our children and grandchildren. However, you also do a phenomenal job, my brother. Being brave and letting we follow you. You inspire so many people out there. I'm very humble that I inspire you. I don't know in what way, but I want you to know that you inspire me as well. Your interviews, your steadfastness. I have a friend of mine, I know he's going to watch this interview. My best friend, by the way. He's back in Kampala. He's called Saz Michael.
Yeah.
He loves you so much.
Thank you, Saz. Yeah.
Saz.
Where are you, Saz?
Saz, baba yogera ku mudukai agamba kasajja gaye ka mudukai kabyogera. So Saz tukutumidde nnyo mugambye nti tumulaba emirimu gyosebo tujagala nnyo. I'm telling you, my whole team back here, they got you.
Thank you so much.
I think I want to thank the people who chose you. They chose you. They chose JB. Mwonge,
yes.
They chose Olivia Altaya. All of you guys deserve it.
Yeah.
I deserve it maybe, but you deserved it yesterday. Yep. And I want to celebrate the people of Boston for making it and giving you this award. We look up to you. You have stood for the truth. You have used journalism to add another day to the liberation of this struggle. You have also sacrificed a lot. I mean, there are so many things you'd be out there going for, but you think this is the ultimate price. Even when you're in an exposed country, you have still remained steadfast on what is going back home, what's going on back home. And that's, I think, the very reason why your brevity on doing whatever you're doing. Every morning you're doing something.
Yep.
Every afternoon you're doing something. I mean, it's like this is the job you've given yourself in the States.
Yep.
It's amazing. And I want to thank you for giving in the time, for being that sacrifice, and I pray to God that one day we are on those stairs together.
Absolutely.
In
Well,
Kololo.
I'm going to be signing up. I put the
It's
award
a beautiful one.
Absolutely. I'll put the
To our Mordecai,
Mulisa.
Mulisa, Banai, Umsadono, Wandaulo.
Yeah.
Zena Mwegomba, Ereya Mwere Chidabo, Webale, Chibumba Bankumide.
Yeah. I want to sign you a copy of my book. Last year I wrote a book, The Orders of the Optimist.
Yeah.
And this book is a story of my life.
Yeah.
And I decided to give you a copy because
you're signing
I'll
it
sign
for me.
then-
Yeah,
then
sure. I'm very humbled.
Yeah.
I look forward to writing a book.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there are so many things that will be in my book that sometimes I think people want me to say now, and I want them to be in the book and they give me some money. I have very many interesting stories, my university days, my life, and I think that should be something I should put down.
Yes, you should. I am writing here, and I think I need to sign.
Yeah.
He's got a copy of The Orders of the Optimist, signed and sealed. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for this
I want to
opportunity.
introduce to the world. You know, sometimes when we travel, pass around these countries, people don't know who our bodies are,
Yeah.
who, what we're doing. But I want to introduce my brother Rasta. Yo, step up, brother.
Step
Come
up.
see the camera thing. I go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Come
Yeah.
join us here.
Yeah, me them the Rasta thing. We grow up together with the Rasta, man.
You did?
Yeah, Lungo Jating. I want. Yeah, man. Bad, man. Yeah.
What's up, Rasta?
Me there.
Yeah, me there. Pan this thing, I go on.
Wagwan.
You lip at them, tell them something about the revolution.
Been around watching this space. We're
Been
hoping
around.
for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very hopeful.
And very hopeful.
Yo,
Yeah.
speak to the people something. Tell them I
Greetings.
go on the thing I go on.
Pan Boston, representing with my boy. Long time we've been hustling.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
And I know he got what it takes to help us go through.
Oh, yeah. He's such. I cannot speak patois, so. Excuse me.
Manolo Luga.
Oh, Manolo Luga.
Blessings
Man,
are
yeah,
massive.
Luga,
Yeah,
blessings,
yeah.
man, yeah.
You got this man here
Yeah,
big,
we got
and
this
this man
back in
here.
the
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got me
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Big up, brother.
Big
I
up.
brought in the Rasta just yeah, to make it
Thank you
fair.
so much, guys. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Olupatu abalwogera batya. A big up bagamba batya. Ndi mukwogera waneno lu Jamaica biganye. Amanyi olupatwa, please make sure to wandika mu comment section. An amazing time with Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro. Give it up to him, Joli Mukubire Ngalo. And please make sure that you do subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I'll see you again. My name is Mordecai Murisa. Omuteketeke. Omugalatia. Owekitiibwa. Nayongeddeko ekipya. VVIP. Bye.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.